Hey, what's up, guys? I had somebody that asked me to make a special request video for showing how I tie off for a base tie when I'm SRT climbing and I base tie instead of using a midline alpine butterfly. So I thought it was a good idea this time of year to show this because now's the time of year postseason when I'm usually out there setting as many preset paracord loops as I can. It's the perfect time of the year to do it because you still have deer sign in the woods that you can go off for next year, and it's cooler out. There's no bugs. All the foliage is gone, and you can see all the crotches perfectly. And the woods look so much different now than they will in the spring and the summer, and it's a lot easier to get this work done now. And the more work you do now, the less you're going to have to do later in the summer. So it, I highly encourage you to get out there and do this stuff now. Just keep in mind, we do sell paracord on our website, NewYorkSaddleHunter.com. So we have 500-foot spools and we have 1,000-foot spools of 550 paracord camouflage, and we've got a pretty good price on it. It's we're probably lower than what you're going to find it on Amazon. So check it out. But I want to just show you. I got my rope that's going up over my crotch of the tree. Keep in mind when you do base tie, there's the physics of this. You've got some mechanical advantage when you're going up over that limb. So there's twice as much pressure on that limb or crotch when you base tie than if you were using a canopy hitch. So you don't want to just go over any old limb. You want to make sure you're in a good, safe crotch. You're going to be putting a lot of pressure on it when you base tie. So just always consider that fact. So as long as I'm up through a good, strong crotch that I'm real confident it's going to hold me good, I'm going to take the end of my rope, I'm going to come down. And what I like to typically do, I like to take my rope and wrap it around the tree twice. I'll come around the tree twice, and then I'll take the end of the rope and I'll make a loop in it. And then this end of the rope is going to go around that line that's going back up the tree over the crotch. I'm going to come back through this loop here, around the main part of the rope, and then back into that loop that I created in my hand. There's my bowline knot. I'm going to tie it off nice and tight. So here's my bowline, but it's a running bowline. This is going to act almost like a slip knot. So now when I'm climbing on this end of the rope and it pulls up tight, it's going to pull up and choke. It's going to choke itself around the tree. So the more pressure that's on it, the more it's going to choke down here. And then I like to keep this end of the line a little bit long. And I generally like to maybe tie like a double overhand knot here. I like to tie a double overhand knot in the end of it, just as a safety knot, so that there's no way it could ever pull through if for any reason my bowline slipped or anything. It's just an added measure of safety on it. And now I can climb on this end of it, and that's typically what I do when I'm base tying. So hopefully that answers the question. Hopefully you guys can see this well enough. Here, I'm just filming, so running bowline knot. All right, if you guys have any questions, put them in the comments section, and keep in mind we do have the rolls of 550 paracord camouflage. We've got a pretty good price point on them. We sell them in 500-foot rolls and also 1,000-foot spools, and we're competitive with what you're going to find on Amazon. So I think we've got a pretty good price point on them, and now's the time of year that you want to get out there and set your loops. So if you're somebody that's DRT climbing, SRT climbing, JRB climbing, now's the perfect time to be out there with the throw ball and doing all that stuff and getting your lines in the trees. So it's for me, it's actually I actually have pretty much just as much fun um, scouting, scout climbing, and just the anticipation. You know, you're finding new areas, get excited to set them all up, and the more you have set up, the better off you're going to be next year. You have a lot more places to go, and yeah, you know, the more work you do now, the probably the more success you'll have next season. So, if you have any other questions, put them in the comments section. Let us know, and climb safe.